All right, welcome to Pre-Algebra. Here we are ready to learn. Go ahead, get out your notebook and title your notes 1.1 Algebraic Expressions. Remember to highlight your title and use lots of color throughout. All right, algebraic expressions. Parts of an algebraic expression are called terms. All right. Now in class we looked a little bit at like terms. Remember, like terms are terms that have the same variable to the same exponent. Same variable to the same exponent. All right. Okay, let's look at identifying some of these. Oh, got a little squiggle. There we go. Okay, identifying the terms, and like terms. Okay, so let's look at terms first. The terms in this first expression are 5. Then we have negative 3x. Very important that you include the sign in front of the number. We have 2x and negative 1. The like terms here, like terms are, we've got the constants, 5 and negative 1, as well as the variable terms, negative 3x and 2x. All right, now those are like terms because they have the same variable to the same exponent. All right, here we've got the terms 5x squared, x, negative 4x, and 2x squared. Okay, color code this a little bit. Here, put a box around this for the squared, right? This one and this one are like terms. So like terms are 5x squared and 2x squared. And then we have our variable terms that do not have an exponent. And we've got x and negative 4x. All right, moving on. Simplifying an algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is in simplest form when there are no like terms and no parentheses. No like terms and no parentheses. All right, so let's have a look at this expression here. Let's find the like terms. We've got 4x and negative 2x. Those are like terms. We can combine those. We can put those together. So I'm going to do 4x minus 2x leaves me with 2x. And then we've got the constants, that is negative 3 over 2 plus 5. Now you can either convert 5 to be a fraction over 2, which would be 10 over 2, and then subtract that. Or you could change this to a decimal and make that 1.5, whichever is easier for you. Usually, however they give you the problem, if they give it to you with a fraction, give your answer as a fraction. So we're going to do negative 3 over 2 plus, and we're going to change 5 to a fraction. Remember, I can write 5 as 5 over 1. Change that to a fraction, multiply both top and bottom by 2. Make it 10 over 2. Negative 3 plus 10 is the same as 10 minus 3, and that would be 7 over 2. So plus 7 over 2. And since this is a little bit of algebra here, we are going to leave this as an improper fraction. All right, so there we go, our simplified expression. Okay, simplifying and evaluating an algebraic expression. Okay, remember simplifying means no like terms and no parentheses. So let's get rid of the parentheses first. Write out this problem. Negative 4 times x squared plus 1 plus 3x squared. Now we're first going to do distributive property. Negative 4 times x squared gives me negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times 1 gives me negative 4 plus 3x squared. Are there any like terms? Well, right here we've got an x squared, and here's an x squared. So negative 4x squared plus 3x squared gives me negative 1x squared minus 4. Now, they are saying to evaluate, that means find a value when x is 1. So we are going to plug in 1 for x. Anytime you replace a variable with a value, put it in parentheses. So here's a 1, and everything else we're going to carry down. All right, so then we have negative 1 in front of that, and square that, minus 4. 1 squared, exponents first before we multiply. 1 squared is 1, times 1 is 1. So negative 1 minus 4, and that is negative 5. All right. Here's a real-life application. Renting a room for a party costs $500. Let's highlight the important information in the text. Costs $500 during the party. Each is important information because that means we have to multiply. Each guest receives a meal and a dessert. The meals are $15 per person. Per also means multiply. And the desserts are $6 per person. Write an expression in simplest form. That represents the cost of the party. Interpret the expression. All right, we're going to write an expression. You have to pay $500 no matter what. So we'll start with the 500 plus. Now, each guest pays $15 per meal and dessert, right? So we can either write 15 times the cost times the amount of the guests plus 6 times the amount of the guests, or we could use distributive property here. We could say 500. We could use distributive property the other way around and say that's 15 plus 6 for every guest, because every guest is getting a meal and a dessert. Right, so we could add those together first. So 500 plus 21x, right? That's what we added together. And this means that the total cost is $500 plus, oh, yeah, it says plus, the cost of meal and dessert, which comes to $21 per person. There, that's my interpretation of what this means. The total cost, $500 plus the cost of a meal and a dessert, which comes to $21 per person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was all the fun we are going to have today. Be sure to go submit your notes, and we will be back again next time with another fun lesson in pre-algebra.